Well, good afternoon, everybody. I am thrilled that I get to be here with you all today. My name is Paula Monthofer. I am a past president for the Northern Arizona Association of Realtors and a past president for the State Association of Realtors. And today I get the pleasure of celebrating all the successes that our board has achieved this year and helping to install our 2021 board. So without any further ado, we've got a packed schedule. We've got tons of great stuff lined up for you today. Dusty has pulled together speakers from all over the country, working on her connections to bring them for you today. Dusty, thank you so very much for having me be a part of this with you today. It is an honor and a privilege, and I am so proud of you. Love you, girl. We are going to get started with our pledge. Judy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag to the United States of America. But we're just, oh my God, I blew the pledge. Oh
no, you didn't. You're fine. Keep going. Family.
Yes, what? United States of America. And to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I can't believe I just did that.
Now, everybody needs to give applause in your little squares for Judy Jackson. That woman works her tail off for us, each and every one of us, every day, without fail. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, doesn't matter what day of the week it is. Judy Jackson is working hard to make sure that we all have everything we need. Next up, we have Marilyn Wagner via a video, and she is going to sing the national anthem for us.
Sorry, the video went away. Give me just 1 second.
We sure can. We live in a Zoom 2020 world. We're fine with this. Goodness. Does anybody else get like head to toe chills when you hear somebody singing like that? Wow, Marilyn, thank you so very much for sharing that gift with all of us today. Next up, we have Jackie Tate to share an inspirational message. Jackie.
Okay, I think there I am. It's the Zoom 2020 world, so I've been having technical difficulties myself. But today I wanted to come to you and talk to you for just a moment about the difference of fear versus faith. Right now, I think we can all agree that we're looking at a world that is consumed with fear. And that is not actually anything new, although it feels a little bit new in our current situation because the things that we're afraid of are a little bit different. COVID-19 and rough politics and all sorts of things that have really battered us these last few months, and especially it just 2020's been full of it. But here's the thing, is that fear's been turned into a commodity, and that's not really anything new or specific to 2020. In fact, if you go back as far as 1974, you can find where the media shifted from promoting just the facts to promoting more of a fear-based message. But that's not because there's more to be afraid of. It's just because of the way that their business model is. So they're reaching out to us in this fear. In psychology today, there's a quote that says, success of fear-based news relies on presenting dramatic anecdotes in place of scientific evidence, promoting isolated events as trends, depicting categories of people as dangerous, and replacing optimism with fatalistic thinking. Now, that could have been a quote from any time in 2020, but that actually goes back as far as 2011 on that quote. So fear's become a commodity, and it has been magnified through the power of social media. And so what happens is we come together with this herd mentality, and we start to think the way others think and act the way others act. And so we're put in a position right now where we have a choice, where we can follow in that fear. But we have another choice too. And that choice is that we can lead in faith, because faith is the antidote to fear. And we, as realtors, are in a very unique situation where we have a lot of clout and power in our industry with each other. We have clout and power with our database and people who trust us to handle their real estate transactions. And actually, they look to us in a way that goes beyond the real estate transaction. And we have clout and power to influence in our own social media, in our own spheres of influence, and in our own networks. Today, I want to encourage you, don't follow in fear. It's time to lead in faith. And each of us can make a difference. If each one of us begins to lead in faith, it's the ripple effect. It's the drop in the pond that then reaches out to the rest of the people who are watching us and paying such close attention. And you may think that that flippant remark you made on Facebook isn't going to go very far, but it's a drop in the bucket. You can think that that piece, that small piece of encouragement that you give to somebody on Facebook isn't really going to mean much, but it's a drop in the bucket. And it has a ripple effect, my friends. And I can't stress enough how important. I think our time is now. Our time is now to stand up in faith. What does that look like? What does that mean to have faith and allow faith to overcome fear? Well, faith begins in rising in thought. In fact, whether or not you believe that in the Bible from a spiritual standpoint, it is a great book of wisdom. And I want to share with you what Philippians 4:8 talks about, because it starts in our thought process. Philippians 4:8 teaches us that whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, and whatever is admirable, if anything is excellent or praiseworthy, to think on these things. This is where it starts, my friends. It starts in our minds. It starts here and how we're processing the things that are put in front of us on a daily basis. So we can choose to think about the things that are fearful, or we can choose to take our own personal responsibility and say, all right, let's process through that and then pick out the good qualities. Let's focus our thoughts on the positive, on what's in front of us. Faith then goes to rising in action. Starts here, then it becomes a deed. Martin Luther King Jr. famously said, faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Friends, we don't have to know how this situation ends. We just need to know that it's time to take that first step forward. Reach out to somebody, pick up the phone, invite somebody to a Zoom chat, or out to coffee if they're comfortable and it's appropriate. Stay socially distanced and wear your masks. We do want to stay safe. But that being said, it starts one person at a time, one action at a time. That's what we control. We can't control all the craziness around us. We can't control the fact that there's a virus that's very prominently affecting our lives right now. But we can affect every single action in a powerful way. We don't have to know how it ends. Just take that first step. Take that first reach out. Send a text to somebody who you know is struggling and give them a little shot in the arm. In fact, our friend Paula very recently has been sending out texts to raise money for people who are struggling homeless in our community. And I was super impressed at the difference that it made just from this one little action she took, the ripple effect, and how many people are going to actually be able to not have to sleep out in the extreme cold just because she took that action. Friends, that is something that we can be doing. Little actions that lead to big results. And finally, faith is rising in belief. Helen Keller said, "Optimism is the faith that leads to achievement. Nothing can be done without hope and confidence." And as realtors, I want to encourage you all, whether in your real estate business or your personal life, it is time to put on your optimistic glasses. We don't have to fall into the fear that is facing us every day. You open up Facebook and you start to scroll through it. And, for a lot of us, Facebook right now is our social life because we're not going out and about. We're staying sheltered in place and we're trying to take those right precautions. So it can get a little bit skewed if you're pulling up your Facebook and looking at all of the fearful things that are coming at you. But put on your optimistic glasses. My friends, this isn't the first time that we've been in a situation on the face of this planet where things that are out of our control are affecting us so greatly. But we have the power to take that one little right step. And it starts here. We put on our optimistic glasses. We make those right movements. And here's what I want to let you know is that while all of this starts with you, today we are here to talk about Dusty and her stepping into a leadership role. And it is my honor to say that what inspired me for today's message was that Dusty is a woman who leads by faith. Dusty is a woman who has that optimism of thought and who takes the right actions. So we're very blessed going into 2021 that we have somebody who's leading these actions, or these principles rather, through her actions. And so Dusty, we thank you, and we are so grateful that you're willing to step into this leadership role where we need that optimism and that faith in action now more than ever. Thank you, my friends.
Wow, Jackie, such great sharing, and the power of leaning into faith and stepping away from fear is so potent. And the ideas that you shared with us, I kind of just want to sit with for a minute, but I can't because I got to move on. But thank you so much for the inspiration that you shared. Thank you for recording this, Vinny, so I can go back and watch that again later. We actually next have Kenny Parcell, who's going to be sharing with us. So for anybody that's watching right now that doesn't know Kenny, that's weird because I think he knows everyone on the planet. But Kenny Parcell is actually going to be our 2023 president for the National Association of Realtors. So Dusty's got some pretty connected friends. And let me tell you, that makes a big difference when we're looking to get funds, when we're looking to get people put on committees, when we're looking to be heard at the national level. So Dusty was able to reach out to Kenny Parcell, and Kenny, in his generosity, made this video for us.
Hey, Northern Association of Realtors, Kenny Parcell from Utah here. I hope all is well. Sure miss seeing y'all. One of my favorite local AEs of all time is Judy Jackson. So give Judy a squeeze when you see her and tell her thanks for the good work you're doing. And then Melinda, thank you for your job as the president this year. Wasn't what we all expected, but it's always the right president, the right season. So Melinda, thank you so much for your service. And last but not least, Dusty, I cannot think of a more poised and ready president to lead the Northern Arizona Association of Realtors than you. You have the right charm, charisma, hard work, and you truly care about the members. So I wish I was there. I can't wait to see you all. But Dusty, congratulations on your big night and being installed. Couldn't be more proud of you. And Thanks for all that you're doing for the greater good. Love you guys.
Oh, we love you too, KP. Thank you so much for being there for us. We appreciate you. Next, we are going to get to hear from James Adams. Now, I don't expect that all of you out there in the realtor world understand all the different positions that are in leadership, but James Adams serves each and every one of us in the state, but especially those in our region that our association is a part of. He's our regional vice president for the Arizona Association of Realtors, and he's prepared a message for us as well.
Hello, Northern Arizona Association of Realtors. My name's James Adams. First off, I really want to start by congratulating Dusty on becoming the 2021 president for the Northern Arizona Association of Realtors. I see everything she's done. I've worked with her on quite a few work groups and committees. I love Dusty. She always puts the needs of others before her own. Melinda, you had a wonderful year in 2020. You did a great job. There's not much that could be said for presidents that had to serve in a COVID situation, but you did a great situation for your association. And Judy Jackson, wow, one of my favorite AEs. Wow, thank you for allowing me to speak here today. For those of you that do not know me, I am the Region 3 Regional Vice President. And what that is Arizona Association has broken up our state into 5 regions. Region 3 is made up of Northern Arizona Association, Sedona Verde Valley Association, Prescott Association, Central Arizona Border Realtors, and the White Mountains. In a sense, my position is just a liaison between your president and your association back to the Arizona Association of Realtors Executive Committee. So if anything comes up in 2021 that you need or help with from AAR, or anything that you believe could be of a big issue in 2021, please reach out to Dusty and she'll then let me know so I can go back to AAR and see what we can do on behalf of you. A few announcements really quickly from the Arizona Association. Of course, right now, still pandemic situation, so Realtor Day at the Capitol, usually the second Tuesday of January, has been canceled for January 2021. They're looking at rescheduling it into the year. Then also, as of December 31st, remember, e-sign will be going away as an Arizona Association benefit. So please make sure you've made that transition over to Transaction Desk. And then another thing, come February 1st, the Risk Management Committee and Executive Committee are going to be putting out the new exclusive right to sell and exclusive agency agreement for all of Arizona. So hopefully this will be something your MLS will be adapting, also that your broker will be adapting. So make sure before you start using it, something that your broker wants you to do. Again, congratulations to all of the 2021 Board of Directors coming into the Northern Arizona Association. And again, Dusty, I look forward to your year as president. I know you're going to do great things. Everybody stay safe and healthy. Have a wonderful day.
I have to tell you all that when James Adams, yeah, clap it up for James. Absolutely. Thank you, Tad. When James is saying that he wants you to reach out, he means that. He genuinely likes being of help and being of service to him. So if you don't know even what to ask him, maybe just call and say, what's going on? What should I know about? What should I be asking about? That'd be fine, and he'd be happy to help you with that. Next, we get to hear from our 2020 president, Miss Melinda Morfin. Melinda, when you took this role this year, you had no idea, like the rest of us, what was coming your way. But what you did with what you were given this year and what you did for all of us will stand in time and is such a testament to who you are as a leader. Thank you so much, Melinda. We're looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you. I thought we were going to have Holly Mayberry first, but I guess we substituted.
She is later on the schedule.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, if you'll go ahead, I will patch in my screen if I can. I'll go ahead and set that up here. It's good to see everybody today, although through the Zoom. And, Dusty, I kind of feel bad for her, although I know you take it, you roll with things so well. Not being able to have a big ceremony for you to where we could, do a big event and feast and all that fun stuff and mingle with everybody. So we'll make up for it, I'm sure. When this whole thing is over, we'll have a big old party. We'll be kissing and hugging and all that good stuff. All right, well, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, it has been an honor and one of the best privileges I've ever had to be your 2020 president, to work along so many of you who volunteered for the cause of our members and our community for their betterment professionally as well as personally. Thank you so much for allowing me this honor and true privilege. After about 5 years of being involved on the board, thanks to Paula, she's the one that drugged me in, starting with MLS, so I owe a lot to her. The value and insight they provided me goes beyond selling real estate on so many levels. If you're out there and you have not served on a committee or on the board, you're truly missing out. I promise you. Get involved and watch how your life and perspective on real estate and our community is elevated exponentially. I hope at some point you're inspired to give back, and I promise you, you will definitely get so much in return. I only agreed to get involved and serve on the board to make a positive and progressive difference in our industry. Although I came into my role with a long list of what I wanted to accomplish, as a leader, you know your role is more about inspiring others to live their best potential. That is how I got here, the inspiration by others, and I hope that I was also able to do the same. So thank you, Judy Jackson, and again, Paula. My aim when taking the gavel was to create a fun, exciting, enthusiastic environment for a board that would encourage and inspire creativity and success without drama or stagnation that can often hinder a board. Well, about 3 months in, real drama intercepted our exciting environment, and the idea of focusing on fun faded. So we pivoted to focus on the seriousness of our unexpected COVID situation and had to be creative to be successful in how we approached it. I've always believed that the struggle makes us stronger, and it's our attitude that makes the biggest difference in our success to overcome any challenge. So when I became frustrated with not being able to have control over the pandemic's effect on our community, our industry, and our agents, our board collaborated as a COVID-19 task force to engage with our community and our members that created a resource site for our members and to the public with access to several documents with hundreds of links from accessing small business loans and other financial assistance to testing site locations and the current ever-evolving information on the virus, to what small businesses were open to keep driving business to them to keep them up and running, from exercise and dance routines to stay healthy, to activities parents could keep their kids occupied without losing their sanity. We also reiterated the importance of staying focused on our business by not letting fear dictate or prevent one from succeeding. So Jackie, your inspirational message today is just spot on with what we started out with. One important tactic that we pressed urgently which was also offered a good distraction from the craziness, was increasing education among our agents, my biggest passion for this industry. We focus on providing and giving access to a plethora of options, from free CE credits to discounted designation and certification programs. An ongoing effort to remind agents that success requires constant learning and an educational investment in themselves for their success and their business. Online education offered something they can control in uncertain times. Dozens, if not hundreds of agents took advantage of these educational opportunities, thereby making our industry and profession better with their increased skill and knowledge. And those of us that worked with these agents know the difference it makes in a transaction and are grateful to those who made education a priority in crazy times. Other accomplishments include finally bringing Monsoon technology to our MLS, a tax data program that has been requested for several years by our members to help give better access of information for property data, making our duties and role in real estate more efficient and accurate. Rocking the Zoomosphere world, we brought in industry experts to our members to help us navigate through the legal ramifications of COVID-19 with Scott Drucker and others. Top industry economist expert Lawrence Yoon to help analyze and predict market effects, and forged an overdue alliance with our local government officials to focus on issues affecting Flagstaff, from housing affordability research to interviewing our city council candidates at a town hall for how members can better be informed voters and take action on the issues. Continuous concern was given for our members and their ability to survive in a different working world of real estate. We reallocated funds from our budget to give agents $100 for up to 3 listings a month towards 3D virtual photography and videos to not only allow them to market themselves as better listing agents, but also provide us safe virtual showings to minimize traffic and exposure into homes, protecting our agents and our clients. As part of this, we increased the technology performance in our MLS to make it easier to advertise these 3D tours with the property profiles. Not forgetting the importance of supporting our local businesses, as part of this member benefit program, we advertised and promoted the 5 well-known local photographers. This was a successful 4-month program and incentive during our busiest market period, and with an almost $20,000 investment in our agents and to our local photographers. Our love for our community didn't stop there and continues to strengthen. We forged an alliance with the Boys and Girls Club by using a $3,000 grant from AAR to create a beautiful mural at the center in which the kids got to be creative and participating with our community outreach committee and local artists that brought serenity and life into their environment, as well as contributed $1,000 to them to use for school supplies. We partnered with the Family Food Center through our NAAR Tri-Elevation Group and Community Outreach Committee that helped to feed thousands at a time our community, especially children, needed it the most. We received and are utilizing a $2,500 grant from AAR to provide at 6 of our park locations with hand sanitizing stations, an effort to show our commitment to the health and safety of our community. We donated $2,500 in late Jim Snook's honor toward the Festival of Science, an event Jim Snook worked on so passionately for years. A token of appreciation to Jim, a realtor in our community for over 20 years, and to show our commitment to the sciences in our community. We focused on greater communication to our members with regular videos to engage and increase awareness of safety and professional standards. We forced increased professional standards by implementing and enforcing fines for unauthorized lockbox use to prevent trespassing of our listings, which actually is a problem. And on December 7th, take note, we're implementing the most recent MLS change with the requirement of the HOA addendum doc to be uploaded with every HOA listing to provide easier access and transparency with contract negotiations. And a very proud success during a world of so much political and social turmoil. Our association was the first in AZ and in most states to recognize our duty to the public and how the words we use matter. We changed the word master to primary in our MLS and eventually our docs due to the word's negative connotation in history with references to slavery and subordination. We achieved what I feel is so much despite the many challenges. However, one major accomplishment I wanted to have before leaving was a broker benefit program. But don't count it out yet, brokers. I heard you loud and clear, and I couldn't agree more with your overwhelming responses that you want us to focus on agent education and preparedness as a priority. And this will actually be my focus for 2021 as your educational chair. Now, although I stand here reading off the long list of accomplishments as I give my outgoing speech to reflect on my year, it's not really about me. 2020 was a success because of all those who surrounded and supported me along the way, not only in 2020, but in years past. Judy Jackson, our executive officer, and her wonderful gals, Shelby and Ventrice, are truly the backbone of what gets done on the board and the entire association. They make it look easy and with no whining, and always made me know whatever I or the board needed, they were on it. Thank you, ladies, so much for your commitment and dedication to not only the support you gave me, but to our board of directors, to our members, and to our community as well. I certainly can't step down before recognizing our awesome board members. Last time I spoke at an installation, mine, I mentioned the importance of surrounding yourself with the best. I made the analogy of something I very dearly relate to, teamwork in sports. Specifically, each board member was a player on my softball team. If you've ever been on a team, you know you're only as successful as the rest of your team. You win together, you lose together. Well, we certainly won together and succeeded, I feel. And because my focus on fun was slightly minimized this year, I had to find a way to leave with a little fun to hold true to my promise. So, 2020 board, I will recognize you in a way I personally found fun and, well, funny. And because 2020 was an unprecedented year, it's only prudent you take away with you not only an understanding of my appreciation, but a memento of your contribution that I hope will put a smile on your face every time you look at this fun object that can accompany your work desk. Here we go. First, Miss Judy J., our sassy, classy CEO, taking care of so much that I don't know how she survived almost 30 years doing it in this business without some relief. It may be the only thing keeping her sane, because in this biz, sometimes you really do need a bottle. So we're going to be giving each of you bobbleheads, little figurines here, with a fun little slogan for each of you that I think helps us remind you of your contributions this year. Stepping down so I can jump into her role, Miss Lori Hamilton. I've watched her for years juggle pregnancy, motherhood, and single parenting, all while staying on top of her commitment to our board. She is our super mom, incredibly multitasking with her career, family, and volunteerism on the board. Leaving the mound as a pitcher for the team and jumping in and relieving me of my role is Dusty Roten, the communications chair and a great communicator who always ended our meetings with a Vulcan hand gesture, a greeting of well wishes, who is also very logical and practical like the Vulcan himself, Dr. Spock. Tad Moore. If you know him, or if you've ever just seen his office and you're all getting a good glimpse of it now, this is going to make sense. He is our homeowner defender who's led the task on many levels, fighting for affordable housing to greening the MLS, or as I like to refer to him, Tadawan Kenobi. Melissa Nelson, who's easified and simplified our understanding of the budget and oversaw our finances, and who graciously and fortunately has agreed to stay with us next year as treasurer. An engineer she is, calculative and precise, she is our Madam of Math. Dragos, who's been so valuable to our board for a few years now, has always offered support and creative strategy with insight and wisdom like that of an old soul. And who's also a veteran, he is our sage soldier. Eric Brownfield, who took on some complex changes with our MLS, collaborating, analyzing, and implementing ideas, he is our MLS mitigator. Now, this next one I took extra liberty, and just so you know, Judy was not fully on board with my decision, although I'm going to admit she has some good giggles. But I felt if you ever worked with this person in transaction, you know how safe and wise they are and how they perform. In fact, so safe, even on the road, they drive like grandma. I swear I've seen it. Ashley Berardi, you're always a safe bet. You are as safe as grandma. Ben, if you know Ben, you know how passionate and engaged he is with not just Flagstaff, but the Northern Arizona community. He brought so much insight and information to our board, specifically with our COVID-19 efforts. If you ever want to know what's going on in Northern Arizona, just ask Ben. He's our superhero local advocate of Intel. David Anderson, someone I've had the pleasure to know since I got into real estate. He always brings sensible, straightforward solutions in a manner that is fostered with wise humor. Making you think and making you laugh, often at the same time. He's our quick-witted quipster. And Brett Lamberson, another one that I've known since I've been in real estate. Our real estate attorney who comes with not only smart sophistication, but is usually the best dressed and groomed in the room and even in the Zoom. He is our dapper legal eagle. Pam Leffel, always coming to the table to solve problems with the absolute care and compassion for others. She is our lender of love. Please know we tried our best to select hair and eye color while providing a picture of you for the bobblehead company to work with. I actually find these to be pretty flattering, despite the attire that Ashley's wearing as a grandma. We will be stopping at your offices to drop off these fun desk figurines before the end of the year. May it remind you of all that you gave this year, our appreciation of your efforts, and hopefully a talking piece with your clients that shows what value you brought to our board. There are a couple of other successes of 2020 that would not have been possible without that I want to make sure that I recognize. Those who went above and beyond to represent the R. This great man has more passion and patience than I have in my thumb. Not a bobblehead recipient, but rather the President's Award. For years, I've witnessed his steadfast efforts within the community, with the city, the county, spending tireless nights at town halls and council meetings just to know and inform his community and our association with issues affecting Northern Arizona, always taking a proactive approach. He's one of the most hardworking and diligent individuals I've known and someone I respect tremendously. The collaboration I mentioned regarding our city and county and the bridge created this year to ensure realtors had a voice in our government would not have been possible without this man. He's leading efforts right now, working with NAU, the city and the county officials to research and find solutions to create affordable housing, identifying where the greatest needs and efforts should be directed. It has been an honor to know this man and to work with him. We couldn't have a better government advocacy director to represent us. Thank you, Rick, for all of your contributions, and I can't wait to see the many more achievements you'll bring to our association. This next individual I just came to witness this year, and I'm continually impressed with her true compassion that's combined with an incredible work ethic. After getting to know her at her strat plan last year, I knew she'd be an integral force for our association. She was instrumental in getting the mural completed at the Boys and Girls Club I mentioned before. And with this year's $2,500 AAR grant, which I also mentioned, she's heading the hand sanitizing stations in the parks. She organized the turkey food drive for Flagstaff Family Food Center, where over 2,000 people were able to have turkey dinner due to hers and her committee's efforts. She even found a strategy to organize social distancing groups for trail cleanup so her committee could stay committed to their efforts. I know she wouldn't want praise without me recognizing her awesome community outreach committee, and I agree. Y'all knocked it out of the park, and we are so grateful and proud of all of your work. Thank you all who served on the community outreach committee. Her passion is unmistakable for our kids, our hungry, and the health of our community. Taking on so many goals and accomplishing them in a world where community outreach is limited to social distancing and lockdown measures. She tackled and forged ahead with such perseverance despite the many challenges. She is an inspiration to us all. Igle Rucci, who I personally nominated and so honored with this Distinguished Service Award. Thank you, Igle. As I leave the 2020 Prez, I will always remember as a focus on helping our members, but also our community, that we triumphed over tragedy, that we persevered over problems. We focused, not feared, nor failed. We did what we could with what we had where we were. And it doesn't end here. We're just getting started, and more wonderful things are ahead. I know this because you have a phenomenal and perfect Prez along with another great board of directors coming in. It brings me great pride and pleasure to pass the gavel to Ms. Dusty, knowing NAAR is in the best hands for 2021 and thereafter. So enough of me talking. Thank you all once again for allowing me the privilege to be your president, and best wishes for your health and success for 2021. Go forth and be the force of awesomeness. Thank you. That's all I got. Thank you.
That was incredible, Melinda. I loved personally, because there's some things I didn't know about. I loved looking through the year in review and seeing all of the incredible work that you all did. The awards given, so exceptionally well deserved. And Melinda, from a very, very grateful membership, thank you so much for all that you gave to all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks to my board and Judy and staff and everybody else for your support. It's been great. And Dusty, I'm so excited and can't wait to see all the great things we're going to do next year.
Next year is going to be a really great year. And let's get you introduced to the people that are going to be working hard on your behalf. They've put together a little introduction for all of us.
Hey there, this is David Anderson, Capstone Homes Realty. I've been doing real estate here in Flagstaff for a long time. That's a wrap.
Hey there, Pam Leffel here with Nova Home Loans. I'll be your 2021 affiliate director. I think I can spare a square.
Hey everybody, Tad Moore with Remax Peak Properties here, and I'm your 2021 President-elect.
Hey everybody, Brett Lamberson here from Russ Lance Sotheby's International Realty. We've got you covered.
Hey guys, Justin Bemis with Remax Fine Properties and the Justin Bemis Real Estate Team. Don't you ever worry, we got you covered.
Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Nelson. I'm with Realty Executives, and I am the 2021 treasurer this year. I'm here to make sure that the association always has what it needs. Talk to you later.
Hey, I'm Melinda Morphin with Realty One Group Mountain Desert, your 2021 past president. My role and goal on the 2021 board of directors is to provide sage wisdom. Well, other than keeping your bathroom well stocked with proper wiping material, I hope this provides some useful wisdom for you. Indeed, 2020 proved a year of many challenges we've had to adapt and grow from. Make your 2021 a positive and prosperous result of all your diligence, endurance, and perseverance. Continue to keep your focus on your business and not what lies within your own potential to achieve and succeed. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Shelley Buckman with Realty One Group Mountain Desert, and I am your 2021 Treasurer-elect.
Hey, it's David Swain with Realty One Group Mountain Desert, and I'm your 2021 MLS Chair.
Hi everybody, I'm Jessica Gerard, your 2021 Vice President for Northern Arizona Association of Realtors. I'm excited to help in any way I can, and remember, I can always spare a square.
Hi, I'm Dusty. I am with Remax Fund Properties, and I'm going to be your 2021 President of the Northern Arizona Association of Realtors. And when people ask me what the market is like, I tell them, remember when you couldn't find this back in March? Well, this is now the houses. And remember when you couldn't find this? Made you feel like this.
Man, I love all the spare the squares. I love all the comedy. You guys have exactly the attitudes that we need to get us through whatever 2021 has in store for us. So it's my pleasure now to get to install the 2021 incoming board. Before I conduct the installation, I want to share the vision of Arizona Realtors and the Northern Arizona Association of Realtors, which is that we help foster the best prepared professionals with the highest standards. And truly, each and every one of you embodies that. If you've ever thought about getting involved, trust me, it is well worth your time. As Melinda mentioned, whatever you put in will be immeasurable compared to what you are given in return. What you are given in return will be much more than anything you could ever offer in volunteer service. If you could all please stand or seat, I don't know, it's Zoom. What are you comfortable with, friends? Amanda's starting to stand up because I told her to, then you got to fix cameras. Why don't y'all stay where you are and put your hands up? How about that? Then you don't have to fix a camera. By agreeing to assume the position to which you were elected or appointed, you have now been identified as someone dedicated to the best interests of the public and the welfare of your members. Do each of you solemnly promise and swear that you will administer the office to which you've been elected or appointed to the best of your ability and judgment, in conformity with the bylaws and constitution of your association? If you so subscribe, please say, "I do."
I do.
Please lower your hands. I congratulate each and every one of you. Yay! Thank you for your commitment to people you will never even meet. Thank you for the work and the time that you take away from your friends, away from your family, to serve and benefit all of us. We truly honor each of you for your time, and I thank you personally as well. Next up, it is my pleasure to get to introduce the broker of Remax Fine Properties and an incredibly kind human, one of Dusty's favorite people on the planet, Mr. Sandy Kirpin. Sandy.
Sandy, it looks like you're still muted.
That's the word of the decade, right? Unmute yourself. So listen, I'm thrilled and I'm honored that you've asked me to be a part of this ceremony. So thank you, Dusty, and to the board of directors that allowed me to do this. So everybody, ladies and gentlemen, it's really my pleasure to install your 2021 president, Dusty Roten. Dusty, Richard's with you, correct? Yeah. Dusty, would you and Richard please come stand up and come to the front of the room, or to the center of your camera, I should say, right? How's that? You know, Richard, behind every successful leader is a support source who doesn't usually get recognition. And now, before we recognize Dusty, we want to recognize you. So we want to make from the beginning. Richard, we thank you in advance for loaning Dusty to us. You know, we know that you're going to be called upon for numerous sacrifices throughout the year, and you're going to be the unsung hero behind the hero. And we just want to acknowledge you for all the things that you've done for us in the past and all the things that are coming your way that nobody will really know for 2021. So on behalf of everybody in the room and the board of directors, thank you for everything you've contributed to this organization in the past and for your upcoming sacrifices in 2021. So thank you, Richard. Dusty, would you please raise your right hand? Now you have your left hand in my screen, right? Okay. Dusty, do you solemnly promise and swear to administer the office of the President of Northern Arizona Association of Realtors to the best of your ability, in conformity with the bylaws and the policies of the board, and to represent the best interests of the Arizona real estate community and the members of this great organization, and to be governed by the principles of honesty, justice, and fair play? If you so subscribe, please affirm by saying, "I do."
I do.
By the authority conferred upon me, I declare you installed as the President of the Northern Arizona Association of Realtors for 2021. Richard, would you please present Dusty with the pin for the office? Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you your NAAR President of 2021, the one, the only, Dusty Roten. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Looking
It's all
forward.
yours.
Yay! Thank you so much, Sandy. I think I just scared my dog because I screamed so loud. Thank you. I am so excited. So Dusty, as I mentioned earlier in the beginning, she reached out to really stakeholders and power players in our industry all across the country. And so next up, you get to hear from none other than Lee Brown. We have a video from her just for all of you. Thanks to Dusty.
Hey friends, Lee Brown here in Concord, North Carolina, and I really wish I could have come visit y'all out in Northern Arizona because, you know, it's still 100% humidity here. But you know what we do have 100% of besides humidity? That's a good attitude. And I look at what's happened in this pandemic era and how many people that I know and love have decided to put on yoga pants and lay on the couch and give up. Most of those people, though, aren't realtors because, y'all, we have been given the most amazing and strong economic sector in the country. We've had the opportunity to stay busy, be busy, and also bring a lot of joy and cheer to people's lives by giving them great numbers and options. Simultaneously, you've been working 12 and 14 and 16-hour days, so I know you're tired. But when you think about what we get to do, and I should emphasize that we're not in a job where we have to do things. In fact, it's one of the hardest things about becoming a realtor is that point between the corporate life you left where you had to do these forms and had to do what you were told, and you came into the entrepreneurial space and found out that you get to do things. You get to pick up the phone and check on people that you love and that you respect. You get to build relationships with your community. You get to deliver great news to people. You get to deliver bad news, and you do it with empathy and caring. It's one of the most amazing things in realtor world. The things that you get to do actually have a major impact on somebody else's life, and not just their life, but their family's lives, their financial future. You get to help people build a financial foundation. So I want you to think about that going into 2021, looking at this new leadership team, looking at the opportunities that are in front of us. You're going to be asked to do a lot in your community. Your clients are going to ask you to do things. You're going to be asked to stretch and grow and maybe learn new technologies. And we have no idea what's coming next in real estate. But the beauty of it is we get to do it. We get to do a really fun job as the front lines of entrepreneurism, frankly, in the world. So sit up a little straighter, throw your shoulders back, and realize that we've been given a gift. Now our job is to take that gift and scale it out there to benefit as many members of our communities as possible. I'm super excited for 2021, and I can't wait to find out what each of you chooses to do with it.
Lee Brown is always amazing, and she is going to be serving our National Association of Realtors as a first vice president. So again, Dusty's got some friends in some high places, and she's bringing them all to Flagtown for us. So thanks, Dusty girl. Next up, we are going to hear from Dusty. Dusty, come share your insights with us.
Wow, I just have to say it's so hard to have to do this on Zoom. It's so different than being in person. You guys all know I like to hug, and it's so hard. So I'm gonna have to do virtual hugs here. But my motto has always been to have professional development. So we have Miss Melinda is going to be doing the education. So she's going to really help us step that up. And then we have the community partnerships. We've got Rick Lopez and all the people that are doing all of that. And we all have still been able to do that and keep our high ethics, which is so important to me because, our real estate is just ever changing. It's never the same. And we all know 2021 is not going to be the same whatsoever. It's not going to be perfect. COVID's not going to be gone, but we can't get discouraged and we can't lose hope. And we have to be mindful of others. We have this huge battle going on right now, good versus evil. And I don't know if you guys see it, but I certainly see there's a lot of people out there that are short-circuited and they're so easily disrupted and angry. And it's up to us to help keep our careers with interacting with all these people to let them know, hey, we're here for you. We're here to help you. And our theme this year was We've Got You Covered. And I know that we threw the toilet tissue in there, and it's certainly, we just wanted to have some levity because we know the Zoom meetings can be so fun sometimes. And it just shows you the board that I'm going to be working with is so phenomenal. I mean, these are such awesome folks that I get to work with, and I'm so proud. And they're all going to just have a great year, and we're just going to do the best we can to be here for the membership. And so in true style of Dusty, I have something that I'd like to do before my little wrap up, and then we'll move into Holly. But I totally agree with Jackie that we really need to have our faith right now. It's something that it doesn't matter what religion you belong to. We just have to be those great, nice people. So before I do my quick wrap up, I'd like to have another one of my famous friendly people that I love to death, who is going to do a quick prayer for us. So if you guys are all okay with it, Ventrice is going to bring it up, and we're going to do a quick unified prayer for our membership and our globe.
In that spirit, I would now like to offer a prayer for the world and everyone in it. As I pray, I hope you will feel inspired to do the same, pouring out your heart in gratitude for the countless blessings God has given you, and petitioning Him to heal our hearts, our families, our societies, and the world at large. Our Father in heaven, as fellow passengers on thy planet Earth, we humbly pray unto thee. We thank thee for life and all that sustains life. We thank thee for the beauties of the earth, for order in the universe, the planets, stars, and all things of eternal significance. We thank thee for thy laws that protect and guide us. We thank thee for thy mercy and loving watch care. We thank thee for our families and loved ones who fill our lives with joy. We are grateful for all who are striving to combat the COVID pandemic. Please bless them with protection and inspiration. Wilt thou help us end this virus that has plagued so many of thy children? We thank thee for the leaders of nations and others who strive to lift us. We pray for relief from political strife. Wilt thou bless us with a healing spirit that unites us despite our differences? Wilt thou also help us repent from selfishness, unkindness, pride, and prejudice of any kind, so that we can better serve and love one another as brothers and sisters and as thy grateful children. We love thee, our dear Father, and pray for thy blessings upon us. In the name of thy beloved Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thanks so much, you guys. That was like, I couldn't have said it better myself. So I just want to say, maintain high standards, hang in there, and I invite all of you to step up with me in service to our great communities and be prepared for the important work that we do. And I'm so grateful for all the wonderful people who participated today from Utah, Texas, Wisconsin. My sister-in-law who sang the national anthem had a broken toe and she was in so much pain when she was singing, so she didn't have her beautiful smiling face. But everyone that participated, I really want you to know I'm going to do my best. I have a great board behind me and we're here. We've got you covered. So please stay strong, stay well, and God bless.
Well, so Dusty, you almost made me cry. We're going to go now and round this day out with the last friend that Dusty called on for today, and that is Holly Mabry has put together a video for all of us. And I just want to say thank you all for spending your time today. Thank you all for the commitment that you have stepped up to serve each and every one of us. And thanks to everybody watching out there that's going to support this team that just stood up for each and every one of us. I'll see you later. Now, Holly.
Hey, it's Holly Mabry. I've been thinking about you all, and I was thinking about this year. See, what 2020 has shown us is the power of community and the power of home. See, this gift is only good when used. And unlike that sweater that maybe you got when you were 10 that was made by your great aunt where the armholes were too big and the neck was too small to get your head through, what I found with 2020 is this is absolutely a gift to be lifted and used and most certainly loved. See, as I look ahead to 2021, our challenge is this: many hands make light work. Sometimes I forget to ask for help. See, in my teens and 20s, I thought if I was physically strong, I could do anything to protect my people, my tribe, my family. My 30s, well, they brought the lessons of passion, but time persisted and I continued to fight that battle. In my 40s, I've lost a little bit of physical strength, but what I found is my passion for my tribe, it's only increased. And I've learned that it's not individual strength where we have power, it's in community. It's in our togetherness. The lesson of this time, in this decade, many hands make light work. And quite frankly, that's why I'm here. I'm learning and I'm reminded to ask for help.
In 2021, our communities need us more than ever.
See, I believe realtors were the backbone to our community.
We can be the first person someone may meet as they arrive moving here, and the last person they speak with as they leave. Congratulations, your home has closed.
But our community is more than houses.
It's the small businesses that depend upon our support. Think of how many businesses you touch with each and every transaction. According to NAAR, it's a staggering $88,716 per transaction that's impacting our communities.
You are a community builder.
In 2021, you and I are going to continue to be challenged on behalf of our community for those who are struggling to find a home and also a safe place.
Our realtor hat never comes off.
This is a profession that is held to a higher standard, and being complicit in the face of discrimination is not an option.
Indifference must be replaced with compassion and advocacy.
If you don't know how to be an advocate, just ask.
You are a community protector.
Home is personal. It's the place where we celebrate life, birthdays, holidays, new beginnings. It's also a place where we heal. It's our sanctuary.
Every client you meet in 2021 has never done buying and selling like this before.
See, you might close more homes in a single month than most people will transact in an entire lifetime. Be their guide. Help them find the steps to new beginnings.
This is personal, and it's scary, and it's very scary for some people. They need you, and they haven't even ever met you.
You are the trusted advisor in the process.
Many hands make light work in this new year when you and I come together to lift up our communities as professionals.
Advocate.
Protect.
Educate and connect.
When we do this together, it's easier.
In 2020, there are many times it may have felt lonely or isolating. 2020 did show us who we are and what we have. I have so much hope as I look to 2021 because I see you, my tribe, my community. And I know that together, many hands will make light work.
Would you join us?
Will you join us?
Would you join us?
I didn't know we were coming back again, but here we are. Thank you, everybody, for being here with us today. Congratulations to all of the newly installed. Congratulations to everyone who worked on our behalf last year for the board. Best wishes to all of you to enjoy wonderful holidays and take care and enjoy yourselves in the new year. Bye, everyone.